My mother's diaries must be in the Crane archives somewhere. And who knows? Maybe they'll give us the answers to what really happened to Luis's father. If there were only some way that I could get into that vault. Look, don't feel bad about throwing your security card away. I mean, you couldn't have known that I wanted to get into the archives to look for my mother's diaries.
You really think there's something in there about Luis's father?
I don't know. My mother died before Martin Fitzgerald disappeared, but it is a place to start. You know, leave it to Julian and Alistair to only issue Crane security cards to the male members of the family. If only I had run into you before you threw yours away in the trash.
You know, Sheridan, I'm going to be straight with you. Even if I had that card, I'm not sure I'd let you use it.
You can't be serious. You mean to tell me that if you still had your pass to the Crane archives, you would not let me borrow it?
Can't say I would.
Why not? I have just as much a right to go in there as you ever did, and you know how much this means to me.
To Luis.
To Luis and me. We both want to find out what happened to his father. Is that what this is about, your feelings about Luis?
No, I'm not that petty.
Well, then what is it?
I'm just looking out for you. Julian and Alistair made it crystal clear that they don't want you nosing around in there. What if they caught you? You know they'd retaliate.
I'm not afraid of my father or brother.
Maybe you should be.
I can't believe you're saying this. You know, those diaries belong to me. They were willed to me by my mother. I have every right to read them.
That is not the point. If you go behind their backs for any reason, they will make you pay in spades.
Let them. I don't care what they do to me. I am willing to risk anything for Luis.
You say that now, but you're not thinking this through. You know, what if they cast you out of the family, disown you as a Crane? You know, it hurts more than you realize.
Ethan, I'm sorry.
No, look, I just want to save you from what I've been put through. Look, the Cranes have a lot of faults, but it's the only family I ever knew. The only family you know. You lose it, you're lost forever. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to do anything that could cause you to lose your family.
I appreciate your concern, Ethan. I know how devastated you are to learn you're not a Crane.
There's no way to describe it.
Julian and Alistair have been horrible.
And you don't think they're capable of doing the same thing to you?
I don't care. I love Luis. He means everything to me. Tell me, would you have given up Teresa if it meant that you could keep your last name? That you could go on being Julian Crane's son?
No, never.
That's exactly how I feel about Luis. As long as I have him, I don't care what else I could lose.
Guess what I just did?
Oh, I have no idea.
Entered us in the sweepstakes contest with the first prize being a trip to the islands. And wouldn't that make a wonderful honeymoon if you won?
Yeah, the best.
Did something happen with Sheridan?
Sheridan wants to help Luis track down what happened to your father all those years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Luis mentioned something about it.
Right. Sheridan thinks that her mother wrote something in her diaries that might help them figure it out.
So where are the diaries?
Where we were today, at the archives at Crane Industries.
Great Industries?
You got it. And Sheridan's mother willed her those diaries, but she hasn't even had a chance to see them yet. Chances are Julian and Alistair probably have them locked up with all the other Crane secret documents.
I see.
You know, I had to tell her that I threw away the security card just hours ago. Talk about timing. The strange thing is, even if I still had the security card, I don't think I'd let her use it. I mean, it's bad enough that one of us has already been disowned by the Cranes this week. Don't you think?
I don't get it. Why wouldn't you let Sheridan use her security card to get into the Crane archives?
It's like I told her. And I'm afraid what it might cost her if she got caught. And Julian and Alistair are ruthless. They'd punish her. I don't want her to go through that.
I see.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, I threw away the security card so I don't have to make a choice.
Well, that's not entirely true.
What do you mean? I tossed it in the trash when I left the Crane building.
I know. Only... I took it out when you weren't there. I thought that you might want it back some days. It's kind of a souvenir or something. So, I have what Sheridan needs. Do you want me to give it to her?